You know that feeling, right? You're in a meeting and you're trying to listen, think, talk, and somehow take notes all at the same time. It's a real struggle. Well, today we're diving deep into the AI tools that promise to solve that problem for good. We're going to break down the three biggest names in the game, Fathom, Otter, and Fireflies, and help you figure out which one is the perfect sidekick for you. Let's get into it.
So, first things first, let's really set the stage and talk about the core problem these tools are built to solve. That feeling of just being completely overloaded by modern meetings. Man, this quote, it really just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that feeling of being pulled in like 3 different directions at once. You want to be present, you want to contribute, but part of your brain is just desperately trying to type everything down before it disappears. I think we've all been that frantic scribe. And you know what? There's a scientific term for this. It's called cognitive load. Your brain is an amazing processor, for sure, but it has its limits. When you force it to split its attention between participating and transcribing, you're not really doing either one at 100%. And what's the result? You get meeting fatigue, you get messy notes, and those really crucial details, they just slip right through the cracks.
So if that's the problem, then what's the solution? Well, this is where a whole new category of technology comes into play, promising to give us our focus back.
At its core, an AI meeting assistant is basically your own personal scribe. It's this brilliant little tool that joins your virtual meetings, on Zoom, Google Meet, or Teams, and it does all the heavy lifting for you. Its entire job is to take a long, winding conversation and turn it into a short, easy-to-digest summary.
And the way it works is actually surprisingly simple. When your meeting kicks off, this little AI bot just joins in as another participant. It records the audio and video, it transcribes everything that's said in real time, and then, almost instantly after the call ends, bam! It generates a concise summary, complete with all the action items. The whole goal is to make it feel completely effortless.
Now, the market for these things is getting pretty crowded. But honestly, the conversation almost always comes down to 3 main contenders. So, let's break them down.
All right, first up is Fathom. The best way to think about Fathom is that it's the tool that wants to get everyone on board with AI note-taking. Its biggest selling point by far is its incredibly powerful and totally unlimited free plan. I mean, this makes it an amazing entry point for individuals, freelancers, you name it, anyone who wants really robust features without paying for a subscription. Plus, it's built with a privacy-first mindset, which gives you a lot more control over your data.
Next, we have Otter.ai. Now, Otter is famous for one thing in particular. It's real-time live transcription. As people are speaking, the words just appear on your screen right then and there. This makes it a huge favorite for in-person events, for journalists doing interviews, or really any situation where you need a live text feed of what's happening. And its mobile app is a massive advantage for capturing conversations when you're on the go.
And finally, there's Fireflies.ai. Fireflies kind of positions itself a little differently. It's less of a simple note-taker and more of what they call a conversation intelligence platform. Whoa. It's really built for larger, data-driven teams that need to analyze conversations at a massive scale. We're talking tracking topics, sentiment, and even who's talking the most across hundreds of meetings. And of course, it comes with the serious enterprise-level security to back all that up.
Okay, this table really just breaks it all down. Take a look at that free plan row. Fathom's unlimited recording is a total game changer. Otter gives you a monthly cap on minutes, and Fireflies limits your total storage. So you can see how their best 4 categories line up perfectly with what makes them special. Fathom for individuals who don't want to spend a dime, Otter for live notes, and Fireflies for that deep team analysis. And that perfect 5.0 G2 rating for Fathom? Yeah, that speaks volumes about how much people just love its simplicity and value.
So, with all these differences in mind, how in the world do you choose the right tool for your specific job? Let's walk through some really common scenarios.
Okay, let's say you're mostly on Zoom or Google Meet with clients. In that case, Fathom is probably your best bet. Its bot can be a bit less intrusive, and getting those summaries instantly is perfect for sending a quick follow-up. But if you're someone who's always on the move, maybe a real estate agent running between houses or a journalist doing interviews out in the field, Otter's mobile app and live capture abilities are just, well, indispensable.
Now, let's talk about where Fireflies really flexes its muscles. If your team is spread out across the globe, its support for over 30 languages is a massive, massive advantage. And if you're a sales manager who needs to analyze which talking points are actually working or track customer sentiment across all your calls, Fireflies gives you those deep, data-driven insights that the other two just don't.
So let's just summarize.
If your number one need is a powerful tool with a $0 budget, it's Fathom, no question about it. If you need to collaborate on notes while a meeting is happening live, Otter's features are built just for that. For big organizations with really strict security requirements, Fireflies has that enterprise-grade compliance. And for those really sensitive client calls, Fathom's privacy-first design often provides the most peace of mind.
Okay, now no matter which tool you're leaning towards, there is a super crucial topic we need to talk about: privacy. I mean, when you invite an AI to record your most sensitive conversations, you really need to understand the risks involved.
Let's use a recent story as kind of a cautionary tale. Back in March of 2023, Zoom quietly updated its terms to basically allow it to use your video, your audio, and your chats to train its AI. After a huge public backlash, they reversed course. But experts point out that there are still loopholes. This is just a stark reminder that we have to be vigilant about how our data is being used.
So what can you actually do? Here are 7 best practices to keep in mind. First, start by choosing a tool with strong security certifications like SOC 2. Use multi-factor authentication, please. Train your team not to share sensitive info. And, this is a big one, get into the habit of deleting the original recordings once you have the summary and transcripts you need. It minimizes your data footprint and seriously reduces your risk.
Okay, so with the current landscape and all those privacy considerations covered, let's look ahead. Where is all this technology going, and what does it actually mean for the future of how we work?
This timeline shows a pretty fascinating evolution, doesn't it? We went from pen and paper to what we have now, which is reactive AI that summarizes what was just said. But the near future is all about being proactive. Just imagine an AI giving a sales rep real-time coaching during a call, or analyzing a team's sentiment to flag potential conflicts. And the distant future? We could be looking at AI that predicts meeting outcomes and automates super complex follow-ups. It's pretty wild.
Ultimately, I think this is the big promise. By outsourcing that whole administrative burden of note-taking to machines, this technology frees up our very finite mental energy. It lets us stop being scribes and start being better listeners, more creative problem solvers, and more empathetic colleagues. It lets us focus on what we humans do best: connect, create, and collaborate.
And that really leaves us with one final, and I think really important question. These tools are designed to give us back our most valuable resource, our attention. The question for all of us is, what will we choose to do with that reclaimed focus?